Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are well. This is a video for functional skills maths, and we're continuing with place value. So I'm trying to build up your key skills in understanding fractions, decimal places, percentages, in order for you to be able to work with numbers that use decimal places. So this week we're going to look at place value, the value of each place. So place value. Place value tells us the value of the number in its place. Every number has a value. So numbers can be any combination of numbers. So one number, so just one, right? So 4. Two numbers, 10. So we have two numbers there, 1 and 0. Three numbers, 2, 5, 0, 250. There are three values there. And four numbers, 4,678, and so on. So for each position, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 5, 0, 1, 0, 4, the number, for each position of the number, there is a specific value. So when we do decimals, this becomes quite important because you're moving to the left and to the right, right? So when dealing with decimals, it helps to know the values of the places the numbers sit. So let's look at an example. The place of each number has a value. So as we've got here on this side of the decimal point, we've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000s, and a millions. And then on this side of the decimal point, we've got tenths, hundredths, thousands, and tenths of thousands. So understanding where these are and what they are help us to understand what we are doing when we're dealing with decimals. So for instance, if we've been dealing with weights and the converting grams to kilograms, then we need to understand, or even centimeters to meters, we need to understand what's on the left-hand side of the decimal point and what's on the right-hand side. So is it bigger or is it smaller? Okay. So let's look how the numbers work. So, let's go back for a second. So we can see that these numbers, we've got these to the left, we've got these numbers, ones, tens, hundreds, and then we've got these numbers to the right. But what's making these numbers, if you see what I mean? What makes them be in that position? And that's what we're going to look at. What is it that is making these numbers be in the tenths position, or the ones position, or the thousands position? And what's making it that particular value? All right. So let's look at how the numbers work. So here we have 6 values. Now at the moment they're all 0, yeah? So we've got 3 zeros here and 3 zeros here. So those values at the moment are all 0. We're clear on that. So look what happens when we add the number 1. So the number 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in the 6th value position is the thousandth, yeah? And here the value has moved to the next place, the hundredth. So the 1 has moved from this position to this position. So it's moved 1 decimal place. And we see that we've moved to 10. And then we see 100, and then we see 1.00, then we see 10.00 and 100, etc. So we can see, nice little line going down here. We can see that this 1 is moving. So 1 becomes 10, 10 becomes 100. And then we've got a whole value of 1 on this side, or 1,000, depending on which way you want to look at it, if you take out the decimal point. So something is making these numbers move, right? So what do you think it is? Well, for each of these values, they go 1 to 9. And when they reach 10, they move. So here, this movement from 1 to 10 here has gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the 1 moves over and it becomes 10 times bigger. So each move to the left is 10 times bigger, and each move to the right is 10 times smaller. Now, I know that this is slightly, I couldn't find the right way of doing this. I wanted to show you that the reason this 1 moves to the 10 position before the decimal point is because the number has reached the number 10. So it's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. and then the 10. So every time the number, the 0 reaches 10, the 1 carries over and the value becomes bigger. So here it's 1, and then we move to 10, and then it moves 10 times to 100, and then 10 times, and so on. Excellent, well done. So it's just to give you a visual example here. To the left is going 10 times bigger, and to the right is 10 times smaller. So this is getting 10 times smaller, and this is getting 10 times bigger. Good, that's what I want you to think about today. So what I want you to do, there are some examples here. Now this first one is a game. I can't click on it apparently because Zoom won't go between the screens, and so you won't be able to see it. But this is actually an online one, and it checks the answer for you, and you know, you put it in and it does it for you. And these are worksheets on place value. So you'll have them in a separate sheet, of course. So this exercise on place value and, you know, what the numbers are doing will really strengthen when you do your practice questions on weights, measures, areas, etc. So if you have to convert between centimeters and meters, or kilograms and grams, then if you understand what's happening with your decimal place, then, and you know that, you know, you've got to convert everything into grams or centimeters, it's going to help you get the right answer and understand what your decimal place is doing. So it's not always about multiplying and dividing and adding and taking away. That is what we need to do. But actually, in order to get the number right, you need to be secure in understanding what the numbers are doing. So have a go at that, and I will put that up on a sheet for you. They're quite good to do, actually. I think you'll kind of enjoy doing them. All of these things are just very helpful and strengthen what you're doing. Okay, I hope that you're doing well. I'm very impressed that you're carrying on, and I hope that you're enjoying yourself in some manner. Have a go. The answers will be there. You should be confident enough to kind of feel by the end of it, I think I know what I'm doing. And if you don't, go back and have a rest and then go back and try again. Okay, take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.